All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Good morning. How was your day so far?
It's been good, sir.
Okay,
It's good,
that's
sir.
good. Okay, for today's discussion, after today's discussion, you should be able to identify what present perfect tense is, identify the basic structures of present perfect sentences, differentiate simple past tense from present perfect tense, and use up to now in present perfect sentences. Okay, to begin, what is present perfect tense? To answer this, I want you to read and observe the following text or passage. Amy, kindly read, and Mayan, please help Amy in reading the conversation.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. I'm Bob, and my aunt would be Darren, right?
Okay,
Okay.
please start.
All right. So, Bob, we need to make a decision on who we are going to hire for the new salesperson position.
I know there are a lot of good applicants. So far we have interviewed 10 people and have looked at over 50 resumes.
Well, let's take a look at some of the best and make a decision.
Okay, thank you. Amy, what have you observed?
Sir, it's a conversation between two coworkers.
All right. How about you, Mayan?
Sir, I think the said interview is not yet over, but it's still undergoing. Also, the interviewing of the resumes. So over 50 resume has been reviewed, but there is still resumes remaining.
Okay, based on those observations from what you said, the action stated has been started, but it's yet to be finished. In other words, or simply put, the action was started in the past, but it's yet to be fully accomplished up to this present point. Now, let me ask you, from all those observations, what is present perfect tense? How about you, Pia?
Sir, based on the observations, I think present perfect tense implies that an action started in the past and still persists in the present.
All right, exactly. Present perfect tense implies that an action or event that happened in the past persists, I like that word, persist, or is still relevant or true up to this present point, meaning that action or event is yet to be finished up to this point in time. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes, sir.
right. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, before that, in this conversation, what do you think is the sentence that reflects best what present perfect tense means? How about you, man?
Sir, I think it's Darren. I know there are a lot of good applicants so far. We have interviewed 10 people and have looked at over 50 resumes because it's the sentence that indicates the action.
All right, very good. Precisely. Okay, let's practice those basic knowledge about present perfect tense. Now, I want you to identify whether the sentences that I'm about to show you is either in present perfect tense or simple past tense. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Thank you for responding. Number one, let's have Pia. Please read the sentence first and then your answer.
Okay, sir. Yesterday, Debbie had the job interview. She went downtown to the company. The interview was for an accounting job. Debbie graduated university 3 months ago.
Okay, your answer.
I think the answer is simple past tense.
Excuse me, Pia, I'm sorry. Mayan, excuse me, but you forgot to mute your microphone.
Sorry, sir.
It's alright, thank you for responding. Okay, Pia, you may proceed.
I
Please
will
repeat
read
your
the
answer. Okay.
the answer, sir, is simple past tense.
And how did you come up with that?
Sir, I think simple past sentences simply states event or action that occurred in the past, sir.
Alright, good. Unlike present perfect sentences, simple past sentences implies that an action or event started and is completed at the same time in the past. It doesn't carry on in the present anymore. Is that clear? Is that understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. Moving on to number two, let's have Aimee.
Yes, sir. Um, number two. I have had a very busy day. I've, how do you read this, sir?
I've tidied.
I've tidied my bedroom because it was very dirty. I've finished my homework. I have helped my mom in making lunch, and now I'm about to go water the plants.
Okay, and your answer?
I think it's a present perfect sentence because the actions stated are still true in the present.
Hmm. Why do you think it's still true?
Um, because according to the subject, he or she had a very busy day, but that day is not yet over because later at the sentence, he or she said that he or she is about to water the plants now, and the room that the subject cleaned will remain clean until it gets dirty in a few days. Then, after helping his or her mom, the assistance he or she provided will not go away anymore.
Okay, very good. Once again, let me remind you that present perfect sentences implies or states that an action or event in the past persists, carry on, or still has some lingering effect or influence in the present. Very good. Number three, let's have man.
So number three, I've never been on television, but I've been on radio once. I was a pro. It was a program about the life of the military about 20 years ago. Because I have traveled a lot, I've seen a lot of wonderful places.
And your answer, please.
I'm sure you think it's present perfect tense.
Okay, great. The experiences of that person, of the subject, the experiences the subject was talking about, even after years passed, that person will remain to be that person who experienced all those things he was talking about. No matter how many times passed, that experience the person had will not be taken away from him. That's the lingering effect I was talking about. It will never, no matter how many years passed, the effect of those experiences will not be taken away from that person. Very good. Now, let me ask you, from this text and from the previous text and sentences, what have you observed in those present perfect sentences? Yes, Pia.
Okay, sir. Most of them have a noun, have or has, and then a verb.
Okay, what you said just now is the basic structure of positive present perfect sentences. Positive present perfect sentences has a noun or pronoun, followed by an auxiliary verb, and then the past participle. Like in the sentence, I have checked 50 resumes. Sheila has cooked the lunch. Do you understand? Do you have any questions or clarifications? You're free to ask them if you do have.
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. Moving on, uh, please be reminded that present perfect tense can also be negative in form. What do I mean when I say negative in form? Let's see these examples. Number one, please read I, me.
Number one, Mary asked me if I want to go eat at the cafeteria. I haven't eaten anything yet, so I said yes and went with her.
Okay, thank you. Number two, please read man.
Samara has not done her homework yet. She asked Julia and Matthew if they can come over and help her. Sadly, Julia is busy, so only Matthew could come.
Okay, thank you. Let's get back to Amy. What have you observed?
Sir, their auxiliary verbs are negative.
How are they negative? How did you say, or how are you able to say that they're negative?
Because sir, they are accompanied by the word not, haven't, and has not.
Okay, thank you. Auxiliary verb plus not, or the word not, is equals to a negative auxiliary verb. You can form negative present perfect sentences by adding a negation or a not, and the auxiliary verb has not is the same as haven't, and let me repeat that. Let me clarify. Has not is the same as hasn't, and have not is the same as haven't. The shorter version is what we call contraction. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the basic structure of a negative present perfect sentences. Noun or pronoun, a negative followed by a negative auxiliary verb, and then the past participle. In terms of structure, negative present perfect sentences and positive present perfect sentences are very similar. However, the only difference is that the auxiliary verb. In positive present perfect sentences, the auxiliary verb is positive. In negative, of course, it has a negative auxiliary verb. So the structure would be noun or pronoun plus a negative auxiliary verb and then a past participle. Question so far?
None so far, sir.
None, sir.
Okay, very
None.
good. Okay, present perfect questions. Present perfect tense is not only used to form declarative sentences, it's not just for positive sentences or negative sentences. It can also be used in questions. That's why we have present perfect questions. Now I want you to read and observe these sentences. Pia, please read number one.
Okay, sir. Number 1. Have you written your essays?
Okay, number two, please read Amy.
Number two, have Jenny and David gone to Maldives?
Okay, thank you. Number three, Mayan.
Where has she gone?
Please read the number four as well. Thank you.
Has Eric tried this?
Okay, let's have Pia. Kindly identify what the structure of these sentences are.
Okay, sir. I think the structure is auxiliary verb plus noun or a pronoun plus past participle.
Okay. In terms of meaning, present perfect questions aren't very different with positive or negative present perfect sentences. However, the major difference comes in the structure. In present perfect questions, the places of the auxiliary verb and the noun or the pronoun are switched. So instead of noun or pronoun plus auxiliary verb followed by the past participle, in present perfect questions, it will be the auxiliary verb, the noun or pronoun followed by the past participle. In some cases, like in the case of number three, where has she gone? Before the auxiliary verb, uh, there's a WH question first, like the WH question, where? Where has she gone? Do you understand? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here it is. Here's the structure. Again, the structure of present perfect question is auxiliary verb plus the noun or pronoun followed by the past participle. Okay. Okay, present perfect up to now. Now that we know what present perfect tense is, we know how it is constructed, how it is used, the basic structures, let's try incorporating up to now in present perfect sentences. First, let us find out what up to now means. Up to now implies that an action or event in the past persists or is not yet done up to this present point. Very similar to present perfect tense. It's like when you use the two together, when you use up to now and present perfect in a present perfect sentence, it's like a complete and perfect marriage. So let's practice. Oh, let me give a short example first. Up to now, I haven't found my keys yet. Up to now, I haven't found my keys yet. She has mastered 7 languages up to now. Can you see the how the up to now emphasizes that these sentences are in present perfect tense? There's this empowerment that's happening when you use the two together in one sentence. Okay, it's your turn. Practice. I want you to provide me or give me two present perfect sentences with up to now. Do you have any questions?
None so far, sir.
Okay, if none, let's start with you, Mayan, since you responded. Thank you for responding, by the way. Let's start with you. Give me two present perfect sentences with up to now.
Okay. So the first one is, up to now I haven't contacted him. And the second one is, the tall street lamp just beside the school has tilted up to now.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Good incorporation of up to now and good construction of present perfect sentences. How about you, Pia?
Okay, sir. The first one is up to now, they have shown me nothing but kindness. And the second one, the police haven't found the clues regarding the case up to now.
Okay, very good as well. And lastly, Amy, let's hear from you.
Um, Up to now, Sharon hasn't bought the gift for her mom's birthday. And the second sentence is, I haven't been to Cebu up to now.
Okay, good job, everybody. We're closing to the end, but before that, before we end, I want you to say something, anything you want to say, anything you have learned about the discussion today. I want you to maybe call it a short summary or a brief summary of what you have learned today, or the most important thing or the most favorite thing that you have learned today. Let's start with Amy.
Sir, we discussed a bit about the difference between the present perfect tense and the simple past tense. Present perfect tense denotes that an action or event has some relevance or connection in the present, whereas the simple past do not.
Okay, that's all. Is that all, Amy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very good. Let's move on to Man.
I see. Sir, I learned that we also use some types of present perfect sentences like the positive present perfect, the negative present perfect, and the present perfect questions.
Okay, thank you for that. And last, let's have you, Pia.
Okay, sir. We also discussed about the structures. So, first one is the positive present perfect sentence. The structure is noun or pronoun plus auxiliary verb plus past participle plus the object. So the next one is the negative present perfect sentences have a basic structure of noun or pronoun plus negative auxiliary verb plus past participle. And the last, the present perfect questions have a basic structure of auxiliary verb plus noun or pronoun plus past participle. That's it, sir.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Do you have any more questions? Things you want to clarify? You can raise them now.
None, sir.
Okay, are you sure if you
None, sir.
have no more questions or things to clarify? That would be all. Uh, Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you.
Goodbye,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you.